Okay, so the bonus section that I mentioned I want to talk about is business intelligence. Now, business intelligence doesn't mean are you intelligent or not. It's not like that. What business intelligence means is kind of an umbrella term that includes the applications and the infrastructure and the tools and the best practices that are available to decision makers in a business, right? How are you acquiring, analyzing, reporting, and using data in your decision-making process? This is really for businesses that have at least a half dozen to a dozen people that are in the decision-making, that are running different parts of the business, that are trying to collaborate more and share information and trying to help each other with decision-making, and the fact that you can't really make great decisions without input or information from different components in the business. This is where you start wanting to use business intelligence and what we call business intelligence tools. To be business intelligent, to be effectively use it, you have to have a good understanding of the operations of the business, right? You have to have a business that's got enough depth to it, enough people involved, that it requires some operational skill set, that not just anybody can walk in and run the business. It takes some people that know how to do things from an operational perspective. They probably have good communication skills, know how to organize their files, and are really effective at project management. You also want to have people that have the context of the business, know the history, know all the functions, have a knowledge across sections or parts of your business. And then somebody that understands the dynamics. How do things get done? How do decisions get made? If you think about all that stuff and you have people in a room that can run a business effectively because they have a good understanding of the operations, they understand the context and the position of each person's in and what they do, and they have an idea of how things happen in the business, how the decisions get made, how people decide what to do, then you're going to be able to use a business intelligence solution effectively. The idea is that you take the information and the data to orientate the business to make the right decisions, right? And this allows you to transform your processes and your decision-making behaviors to be more full of insight, to be able to do things, whether it be tactical or strategic, that are based on data. To start with, you just really want to ask yourself this question. Should you start looking at business intelligence tools? Well, first thing is, do you have a lot of questions? Are there a lot of things happening in your business that you need answers to? Are you not sure why sales are down? Do you not know exactly where you should expand to next? Do you not understand why certain teams are performing better than others? If you have a lot of questions in your business, you want to think about actually gathering information to be able to understand what's going on. That requires a clearly defined question. Right? So what is the question you want to ask? And then you want to figure out the appropriate data you need to gather and analyze to answer that question. And then once you figure out how to routinely answer the right question and find the right data, you can apply business intelligence tools on top of that to help yourself be more business intelligent. Right? You want to ask questions that are straightforward, that are important, that are contextualized. What questions get you to the heart of the problem? What questions, when answered correctly, will impact the business? What questions allow you to have a deeper understanding of the complexity of the business, knowing what's going on and what's happening in your team with your clients? This is where business intelligence starts, right? So I'm not going to go too much into the tools available to you and what you can do with them. Those will be future talks. But if you're thinking about running a business, especially a business that's more than just a few people, and you're worried about communication, and you're worried about your file accessibility, and you're worried about how do I actually store things, and where do I go to be able to get things done? How do I manage the business in a series of project management tasks? Once you have all that in place, the next logical step is to add on top of that business intelligence. So that's just kind of like a quick introduction into business intelligence. I have VAs that work with me that can help you with this. If you have a bunch of questions in your business and you have data, but you don't have the time or the skill sets available in your team to answer those questions, we can hook you up with an assistant that can do that analysis for you. So if you want to get started with a virtual assistant to help you with your communication, with your project management, with your storage and file accessibility, or business intelligence, you can go ahead and text the word data, DATA, to 26786, and you'll find out how to get started. Or you can go to our website, sonicva.com. It's sonicva.com. And if you go to sonicva.com or you text data to 26786 and you sign up, you'll actually, besides getting a VA to help you run parts of your business, you'll also be able to have coaching with me or I'll walk you through how I've grown my business from a solopreneur to a 100 employee business, how I've managed to be effectively working remotely for the last 10 years and growing not just one, but several businesses, and having almost all of my team work remotely and be successful as we support our clients and customers. I'll walk you through how I do that by the systems I scale up, by how I hire people, how I onboard them, how I bring in new people and incorporate them into what we do, how we master being good at horizontal learning before we get into vertical learning. We master one thing first before we add too many skill sets. I don't believe in multitasking. I believe in giving people a chance to really get good at one or two things and then adding on. We talk about that. I'll talk about more communication tips about how to really optimize your digital workspace. And then we'll talk about the importance of reporting. The whole thing I talk about business intelligence really is the idea of enabling your business with better reporting to empower you to make even better decisions than you have been able to without the data and analysis. So that's my talk for today. Thank you for your time. Now go out and grow your team virtually.